Joining us first tonight, India's former Foreign Secretary and former Ambassador to China, Nirupama Rao. Thank you very much, ma'am, for being with us. How do you look at the very fact that you have people, ma'am, coming out in these large numbers? You don't see that happening in China, and even calling for him to resign, calling for Xi Jinping to resign.
Yes, Nidhi, I think it's quite unprecedented and something perhaps that many people thought might happen, but we hardly expect it to happen the way it has today in such a cascading manner. I think there's been a popular mood of frustration that has built up with all the COVID-19 related restrictions in China, which has essentially stretched on for almost 3 years now. Now, it's not that demonstrations are foreign to China. In fact, I think every other day you come across news of a small demonstration here or there just to express popular discontent with a local issue. But this is much more than a local issue. It seems to be a nationwide expression of discontent, a real winter of discontent that is approaching as far as China is concerned. So the mood is one of frustration, popular frustration, and it comes at a time when COVID hasn't really gone away from China. There's a rising number of infections, and there's inadequate coverage of vaccinations where the people are concerned. The elderly are particularly vulnerable, so you know, they are stuck in a catch-22 situation at the moment.
But where do these protests go from here? We've just seen President Xi actually strengthen his authority only in October, and some are saying he's looking to perhaps be president of China for a life term. Now, does this impact him in any way politically, actually, in China?
Well, as someone said, Xi Jinping is definitely a lightning rod for this unrest, because certain red lines have been crossed in this current wave of demonstrations. Because people in China demonstrate, as I said, it happens quite more than occasionally, but nobody crosses that third rail, which is criticism of the Communist Party of China and of the leadership. And today in Shanghai, and perhaps also in Beijing, you come across expressions of protest which seem to be focused on the leadership of the Communist Party, and as I said, Xi Jinping is the lightning rod for this protest. It's